welcome to Capitol Insights. We are honored to be here with Senator Charlie Lassiter. Senator, thank you very much for coming out.
Good to be here.
Coming out, it's like it's a football game or something, Charlie.
Well, here we are, first week of session, and we're in the state capitol where a lot of things are happening, and glad to have you all up here.
Well, thanks, man, for inviting us and taking your time for all of us to be able to talk with you. An exciting thing that happened earlier in the week up here was the State of the State address by the one and only Shawnee native Governor Brad Henry. Talk a little bit about that.
It was a good speech and very workmanlike, really. I thought that the thing that he did is he really got to the point. He stood up and spoke up and shut up, just kind of like my high school speech teacher used to always tell us to do. And he got right to the point, hit the high spots, certainly dealt with the black cloud issues hanging over our head, that being the budget and the shortfall. And he did a good job and said that even though it may be raining now and pretty cloudy, then the sun will shine again, and we need to be prepared for those days as well.
Well, a couple of things drew a lot of applause throughout that State of the State address, but one of the biggest was for the beautiful Shawnee native Kim Henry as well.
She is very popular, not only up here at the Capitol, but throughout the state. She's been a wonderful First Lady, and we're very proud to say that she's also from Shawnee, and we love Kim.
Yes, and one of the biggest, I guess, and correct me if I'm wrong, Charlie, always, but one of the biggest happenings is, and Governor Henry made mention of it, is some things happening to deal and to try to help deal with the circumstance of autism. Can you talk a little bit about that?
That's been a big issue over the last couple of years up here, and one side of the debate, there's more than two sides, of course, but one side of the debate is that the Republicans generally don't want to get into more insurance mandates, requiring more things to be covered on health insurance policies because they think it drives up the cost. Generally on the other side are we in the Democratic caucus, and we believe that if you're going to pay for insurance, and it's expensive anyway, then it ought to cover the things that are really needed. And autism is a growing problem, not only in Oklahoma, but in the United States. And I'm not one of these guys that quotes statistics perfectly, but
Sure.
I think somewhere around 1 in 150 of children that are born now are falling victim to autism. And it's something that if the private insurance companies won't deal with it, then eventually, unfortunately, the state of Oklahoma will have to deal with that because there are more and more kids with autism nowadays.
And you know, I was at a local basketball game just a week or two ago, and I had a parent who has an autistic child come up so excited about the education that she's been receiving, and so excited about the help that the government has been trying to provide for her. And I know that there are many in our listening audience right now that are cheering about the passage of this bill. Senator, this is not the first time, though, that you have been involved with dealing with this type of policy in insurance and insurance payments. Talk a little bit about the history, if you'd like to, but also, are there any other types of bills coming up that might help people that are kind of handicapped right now with the way that things are working?
Well, first of all, let me say that the autism bill to require insurance companies to cover autism did not pass.
Okay.
In fact, here in the House of Representatives, I'm in the Senate, but we're over here on the House side today doing this interview. The House Republicans killed that bill.
Okay.
And you know, the rub there, I first want to say that Representative Steele, who's my good friend from Shawnee, has done a great job trying to promote a bill that would provide more autism professionals to treat that illness. In other words, more providers.
Right.
And that's a good thing. We definitely need to have that, but we have to have something else. Okay. We have to be able to pay those providers, because those providers are not going to either come to Oklahoma or go to school and be retrained and be certified unless they know they're going to get paid. And without insurance coverage, then there are not going to be enough providers for kids. So The House Republicans have killed that bill, and for now they're saying, well, the rule is that that bill is dead for 2 years. But let me tell you, their rules allow them to waive that. That bill is not completely dead. They can bring that back up anytime they want to.
Wow. Wow.
So we'll see if they do.
Well, and I'll tell you, Charlie, great example of what this show is all about. I actually, being up here on the Capitol and the buzz about the Capitol, I thought that it was passed positively for the kids and for the parents of kids with autism. And again, just another evidence that we need to talk to our representatives about what's really going on.
It's no idea is dead until the last Friday in May when we adjourn. And so the autism issue is still alive, and we're going to be dealing with it on the Senate side, and I hope that they will deal with it again on the House side and waive their rule, which they can do at any time.
Well, and I'll tell you, I've been told up here that 4 emails or 4 phone calls can really make a difference to individual representatives and senators about what happens within these lawmaking chambers. Charlie, is that true? I mean, can somebody get 5 friends that all believe the same way and start making phone calls and actually make a difference on how laws are made up here?
You bet they can, especially if you contact your local representative or your state senator. We do listen to the people back home. We really do. Now, if I get a call from someone in Tulsa or Oklahoma City or Claremore or somewhere, I'm not so interested in what they have to say as I am if I get someone from Pottawatomie County or the Hara-Neuala area that I represent. I certainly listen to what they have to say.
That's huge, guys. We just need to engage with great guys like our Senator Charlie Laster. Charlie, thank you very much for your time, man, and we look forward to next week hearing some more from you.
We'll be here. It's early in the session. We got a lot of work to do.